how bad did it actually hurt the AIDS clinical trials unit in Seattle when that happened?
Well, we lost close to half of our budget when these cuts came down last year. So that was a significant impact on us, as you can imagine. And these cuts also, because of the way the redistribution of funding occurred, really interfered with the productivity of the whole network for a year or two as this redistribution of funding, or really a funding cut, not really a redistribution, was ongoing.
Did it maybe set back the clinical trials and the whole deal 10 years because of that cut?
I wouldn't say 10 years, but certainly it set things back a little bit. Not as many protocols were open and developed as quickly.
Well, I think it's important, and we're going to be talking next week, ladies and gentlemen, about what's happening now, today in the clinical trials, how that the new medicine, the new things are keeping people alive even longer. It's been said over and over and over in my ear, people are living indefinitely, that have HIV or AIDS. The medication is out there. But, of course, nobody is going to live indefinitely. There's a time to be born and a time to die, of course. But in the meantime, there's an awful lot of work that has to be done. And my hat is definitely off to the clinical trials unit in Seattle and for what you guys do, because millions of lives really are at stake every day in your practice. So is there any last closing thought, Dennis, that you'd like to share before we end our program?
Well, one thing I forgot to introduce Hunter. He's my companion dog. He's been making a little bit of noise here, so if anybody wonders what these noises are, it's Hunter. He's a mascot in training, I guess you could say, and so I take him with me when I appear in public or just about anywhere I go, really. And he's part of my network of support. Helps me keep my body healthy by making me walk a lot.
That's right.
But I think that one of the things that people have to realize is that this is a worldwide problem, and it's not just the U.S., it's all over the world, and so we need to focus more on raising public awareness, and I think funding will follow, at least some will naturally fall in place just from that alone. And aside from that, go and talk to your state legislators and lobby them for funding, and don't let up on it.
And Nevin?
I go to Olympia every year and talk to the Congress people and state representatives about what's going on, because I'm the perfect classic example by being HIV positive. I had all the ailments in the system, and just keep them aware, encouraged, and educated.
I'm scared of that, because Dennis, he does a lot of socialized work like that also. He's been down to Olympia a few times, so he's well abreast of what happens in Olympia. But how does that affect you as a physician and the group in Seattle?
Well, I certainly understand the relationship of public policy and healthcare. I chair the Governor's Advisory Council on HIV/AIDS and very well understand that relationship, and really appreciate when people like Nevin and Dennis go down to Olympia, because the legislators need to hear it from the people who are living with the disease. But I would just say we have 40,000 new infections a year. It's been that way for a decade or more now. We can do better than that in this country.
I think we can too, ladies and gentlemen. I guess really the last thought on your mind is exactly, Nevin, what you had said earlier. About wrapping it.
Yeah,
but it's true. But it is absolutely true. And as much as the people might laugh about the idea or the statement, people need to pay attention to it, I think.
Yes.
They really do. So how can people get a hold of the group in Seattle, the ATCU?
Well, we have a website where all of our studies and staff are listed. It's uwactu.org.
Okay, and is there like a phone number that they can call, like a general phone number?
Yeah, they can call us at 206-744-3184.
Very good. And so I would encourage anybody who would like information about them or about clinical trials that are going on to get a hold of them ASAP. There's just too many people that are blindfolded to the whole thing.
Correct.
There really are. And the Chicken Soup Brigade, although they're not here, I've tried to get a hold of Mike to have him
Mike
come.
Cox, yeah.
Yeah, he's a friendly guy.
Yeah.
But they're in Seattle
Yes.
for folks, and I can't remember their phone number or...
957.
1662.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
206-957.
206 area code. Okay, and they can. They're also a good resource.
Yes.
Does your group actually up in Seattle? Do they deal with the Chicken Soup Brigade?
Well, not directly. I mean, our research unit focuses on clinical trials of people with HIV. Many of our subjects who participated in those trials access the resources of Lifelong AIDS Alliance and Chicken Soup Brigade and so forth.
Okay, and Dennis, you help them, the Chicken Soup Brigade also. So I think that they're a fantastic group.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is just about our time to say bye-bye and hasta la bye-bye for this week. But I do want to thank everybody, Dr. Shelton, Nevin, and Dennis, for being on set. We're going to have next week, right here on Who's Your Daddy, we're going to be talking about what is happening now. Right now, the most paramount, time in the history of the battle and the fight for HIV and AIDS. And we've got the top-notch people right where they need to be. And our guest sitting over there in the corner that's still kind of grinning and smiling, we're going to see if we can get him on, pull him over here and handcuff him or something to the chair.
Yes.
So he'll be on also, maybe. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, our website is who'syourdaddytv.org. That's www.who'syourdaddytv.org. Our phone is area 206-736-9688. And our email address, we did change it, folks, so be aware of that. It's lhmiproductions@hotmail.com. And there you can email me, whatever that you want to email me, if it's a question or concern, or call us about that. And on our website, everybody should be very proud. I did recently reinvent the wheel. So, all new. So anyway, easy to navigate. Anyway, folks, Pastor Christian, God bless, good speed, good health, and we'll see you next time right here on Who's Your Daddy. Bye-bye for this week.